I mean, yeah, you take that 141-pound match and turn it around, and it'd be 17-15 going into a heavyweight match. And so it was down to seconds that made the difference.
Well, that's what, as a fan of wrestling, I think that's what I like seeing, is that, you know, both these teams are very competitive, and, you know, and you talk about being in a tournament then, you know, you don't really know who has the advantage. Oh, nice single leg attempt there at the edge of the mat. Zabriskie doing a nice job of fading back into his own shot.
We've got Dan Erekson, the heavyweight for Iowa, versus David Zabriskie from Iowa State. Zabriskie, one of the top 3 heavyweight wrestlers in every poll. Dan Erekson up from 197. This is his first time in heavyweight this year.
Undefeated on the year, 7-0.
He actually, you know, worked on it last year in the during the redshirt year. Put on some pretty good weight. I didn't see what he weighed in at today, but I think he's pushing 240.
Junior from Eagle, Idaho. Eagle High School. Zabriskie from New Jersey, Branchville, New Jersey, High Point High School. Zabriskie, a junior, redshirt junior. Erekson, also a junior.
Nice shot by Zabriskie, but basically coming through Erikson's underhook, and the underhook Erikson's forcing right now with the right-hand side. Zabriskie probably more so than a lot of heavyweights. Once he gets into a tie, he likes to circle and comes down, and then he just blows right through a guy. Has some good powerful shots. Problem is, early in his career, he's going up against quite a few guys that were, you know, really heavy, but known for keeping a high pace in the match. And this one looks a little bit slow paced for what he's used to.
Zabriskie already has a really good win this year against Massey from Wisconsin, and ranked number 2. And 2 good-looking heavyweights here. They look a lot alike, and Erekson really built himself up into a viable heavyweight here. Doesn't look light at all, does he?
Yeah, he's got a big set of legs.
He's actually not bending his hips enough. He's or his knees a little bit high. Zabriskie's kind of a, you know, not a real tall heavyweight, so he looks like he's in pretty good position to score just about at any time. Decent shot by Erekson, but a lot of weight there, low. A lot of low hips.
It's just what we were talking about here, circling off the tie and dropping in on a shot.
Both teams here would like to pick up this last win, walk away feeling a little better, whether he lost the meet or won the meet.
Well, David Zabriskie, as we said, ranked number 2 heavyweight. Every win's important for him as he positions himself to make a run at the NCAA championship. A couple other heavyweights, Rochalt from Oklahoma State, Massey from Wisconsin. But right now, Dan Erekson is going toe-to-toe with David Zabriskie, the favorite here from Iowa State. It's 0-0 after the first period. Zabriskie from Iowa State chooses down. Erekson will go on top. You're looking at Dan Erekson right there.
In the middle, elbow last and hold it. Here we go. Red's down, green on.
Right back up onto his feet here, Zabriskie. And Erekson doing a pretty good job of following him here.
But you said it, he's following him, so he's kind of reacting to Zabriskie, so I don't know how long that can happen. He's got to actually take over the action on the top position if he wants to really control and keep him from getting to his feet, but I think there's
a little bloody nose right there.
Dale, can you clean him up?
And you're right, Dan, you were talking about, this is important for Iowa State, for Zabriskie right here, to just from a mental standpoint, because Iowa State has really wrestled well in many matches here, and so they don't want to have their favored wrestler walk away getting beat here.
Well, you take a look at favored wrestlers. Gallic was ranked higher than Surtsis.
I think Gallic was ranked number 1.
Yeah, and then you've got Reeder, obviously ranked higher than Morningstar. So, you know, adding 3 to that total would not be psychological advantage for Iowa State. Nice job of following.
He is doing a good job with him.
Yeah, he's just keeping his
he's doing a good job.
tight.
Boy, the crowd likes that.
Great ride by Dan Erekson. Has a good sense of his own weight on top of Zabriskie.
Well, I really believe in that in the top position. Don't give up any uncontested escapes. Well, I don't really understand that call.
I don't think you can be out of bounds until you're both out of bounds. Isn't that right?
That's correct.
But you know what? He could have called it potentially dangerous. Made it look a little better. Crowd didn't like it. Of course.
Dan Erekson answering the question of many, how good is he? Because he's kind of the unknown. And he is answering the question right now as he not just rides and follows, but he is putting a lot of pressure on Zabriskie.
He's got that wing tied up here.
He's got to get it back. He's got to get it back yet. He doesn't have it good right there. He'll lose it.
I don't know.
Yeah, he'll lose it if he don't.
Now the head's on the mat, though.
Well, yeah, but the shoulder is, too. He's got the wrong weight on the wrong side.
But it's good enough to ride, and that's probably important as anything right now, and he's wearing Zabriskie down.
Yeah, if he gets his hips down, if he gets his hips down, he can turn him. The referee's got to be okay with that. Referee's got to be fine with that.
But again, milking the clock here, 33 seconds. Zabriskie coming up hard, pops his hips out and goes.
Yeah, but see, he didn't fight after he got to his feet. I mean, he fought all match.
24 seconds left in the second period. One escape for Dave Zabriskie and puts him up ahead 1-0. But the match has been dominated here in the last minute 40 by Erekson until that escape in the top position.
Question is, what did that take out of Zabriskie?
Well, you know,
Doesn't look like he's ready to shoot.
Working pretty hard too. And look at his ankle right there. It's pretty close.
Good call, Dan.
With 3 seconds left, Dan, you saw it. So did David Zabriskie. He gets what could be a very match.
I'm saying that's the first time I really saw his stance. You know, and his butt's too high. He has, and I saw it in the first period, but he could react in the first period better.
3-0 now. What was 0-0 with Erekson riding Zabriskie and almost turning him, except they went out of bounds, is now 3-0 in favor of David Zabriskie over Erekson.
And he's knocking the riding time down too.
Minute 15 riding time advantage for Erekson from that second period.
Comes up, hand fighting, got an opportunity to score.
Oh, and he keeps the riding time. A minute 7. 7 seconds is better than 2. I mean,
he keeps his right foot out there. Zabriskie's going to be able to get it again. Or his left foot.
No, Zabriskie's not the type of wrestler who'll just try to hold on to a lead here.
A takedown would win it if he could hold Zabriskie down because of riding time in favor of Dan Erekson. Zabriskie out front. Minute 10 left. Iowa State wrestler trying to walk away with the win and salvage.
There's that ankle.
A cyclone psyche. Takedown.
There it is. Bad shot. The energy level just was. I could tell that you felt like it'd take a lot out of the bottom guy. I think it took a lot out of the top guy.
Yeah, it did.
Good point.
The way it looked like it. Just isn't moving like he was in the first period. He made a couple good shots there, but he just...
the last shot wasn't so good. David Zabriskie stuffed him right around him. 5-1 the score. Riding time no longer for Dan Erekson. 25 seconds left, and Zabriskie looks like he's in charge.
Head to outside shot when you're tired is dangerous.
Green, you're locking up down there. Come on.
So you just got to suck it up. You just got to suck it up a little bit.
Stalling on Dan Erekson.
Yeah.
Use the leg. Let's go.
A few seconds left. The Cyclones are going to get a win, but Iowa had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins tonight. The Hawkeyes did. Iowa State had 4 wins. Iowa State will go back and they will, as Jim, you said, they will see some places where they could have had those wins.
Well, anytime you lose a meet,